Some sugar in me.
You got some pretty solid news this week.
Oh, yay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters to talk about for the topic.
Okay. I think I have like 4.
Okay. Mine are mostly Marvel. I think I have only like 2 DC. I've talked about DC enough these past few weeks.
Fair. I think 2 of mine are DC. And 2 are Marvel.
Okay.
And I can pull some out of my ass.
Yeah.
A lot of things come out of there, so.
Pull up. Is Audacity open for you?
So, yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, let me stretch first.
I'm trying to eat like a lot of chocolate so I get like a sugar rush.
I should probably get something to energize me. No, never mind. I'll be fine. Alright.
There was one time at work where I had a full bag of like Reese's chocolate dipped pretzels.
Oh my.
And I think I was working a double, so it really came in handy. And even too, I was like talking to my supervisor. I was like, "Is it noticeable?" And they're like, "Yeah." Like, you look like you're like on crack. And I'm like, "Great." Make sure the hair is as good as it can be. All right, I'm ready.
Alrighty. I'll do it 3, 2, 1, go. And give it a few seconds. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 11 of the Occasional Bugle podcast. I'm Andrew.
And I am Jonathan.
Yes, you are. Alrighty. So, we actually have a good amount of news this week to talk about, so won't be pulling too much shit out of our ass. Alrighty. So first up, we have potential Batman rumors. So there was a report this week from The Direct that reports that Joker will be referenced in the Batman, setting up potential appearances in the following 2 Matt Reeves movies.
Interesting.
So,
I love that.
Yeah, Joker is kind of an inevitability. They mentioned specifically in the article that it'll be an all new character, so it's not going to be Joaquin Phoenix. Thank
Good.
Christ. I like Joaquin in that movie, but keep that Joker away from everything.
Yeah.
And let Todd Phillips stop making movies, preferably.
You don't want a sequel?
No. I'd like a sequel with a good director.
Okay.
But also, I don't think it needs a sequel.
That's fair. I agree.
It's not like a sequel movie.
I agree with that. They did confirm it, though. They're like, yeah, we're working on it. And I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, they sure did. Martin Scorsese hasn't even seen it. Literally bites off of like his biggest work, and he just doesn't care.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see. Like, I know, he's played to death, but I'll never be tired of seeing the Joker show up and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I feel like he's a very essential part of this whole mythos.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's Batman, you need to have a Joker. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to be the main villain. You can like have him be locked up in Arkham, and he goes to visit him or something.
Yeah.
Something simple. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't need to revolve around him
Yeah,
the
it's
way
not
it
like
often
Spider-Man and
does.
the Green Goblin.
Yeah,
Like, even though, like, the Green Goblin's come up twice, like, you don't need them.
exactly. Or like do something new and interesting with him.
Yeah.
Um. So, GWW reports that DC is planning their own online fan convention.
Okay.
So we'll be getting news about movies, TV, games, etc.
I don't understand how there's any news except for announcements.
Well, I mean, like the Batman is allowed to continue filming, so there's these are all the properties that were mentioned in the article. This hasn't been confirmed officially by DC or Warner Brothers, but it is an online free fan convention that would take place in August, and would feature information and presentations about the Batman, Black Adam, the Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman 1984, Titans, Doom Patrol, and Stargirl. So, and
That was a lot.
they also mentioned games. So we may finally, after 45 years, be getting a look at a new Batman game.
That'd be cool.
I like Rocksteady's not even Rocksteady, WB Montreal, who they're the creative team behind Arkham Origins, which I think is an underrated game, but that's besides the point. I think like they've been teasing this game for like 8 months now with nothing to show.
Mm.
Every like couple months they're like, okay, they're rearing up, they're gonna finally announce something, and then they just don't. They'll announce like another shit mobile game or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
that's annoying when they're like, we got a new game coming out. And like, oh, shoot. And then it's just like, it's a mobile game. It's like, oh, poop.
and I know it's been rumored for ages that Rocksteady is working on another DC property, some kind of multi-character thing. So I mean, the earlier reports said Suicide Squad, but I don't know if that project is dead or not. I would love to see a Suicide Squad game. That'd be really sick.
I feel like if we're going to get it, it's going to be after James Gunn's comes out.
Or at least in the build up to it.
Yeah.
Because this is supposed to come out, late next year?
Originally, yeah.
So,
Who knows anyway? I think it was actually supposed to come out early next year.
did they finish production on that, though?
No, I don't think so. I think they were filming early this year, so it could be done by then.
Hang on.
Because originally Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to come out in 2021. Then the whole drama with James Gunn happened.
But James Gunn also said he wouldn't work on Guardians until he was completely done with Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but he didn't get Suicide Squad until he left Marvel, or until he got fired.
Hang on. Let me look this up because I thought I remember hearing something about filming being completed.
It might have been. They might just be in like
Yeah.
post-production.
Yeah, principal photography began in September 2019 and concluded February 2020.
Okay, so post-production then. So
Yeah.
it could come out early 2021.
So honestly, we could be getting a trailer for this. It's set to be released August 2021. Okay.
I just want to know who Pete Davidson is playing because he's in it, and I think that's awesome.
Let me take a look.
I love Pete Davidson.
See if it says.
His new movie came out today.
I saw. I might. What's it on? Because.
Video on demand.
Okay. Yeah. I might give it a watch soon because
I pirate it.
I like him in small doses.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I still have to watch his stand-up.
John Cena, I always forget, is in this movie, and I'm so excited.
John Cena's in it?
Yeah. The cast for this is insane.
I completely... Yes, sorry. I just found it. It's pirate. I can pirate it later. Because I checked at midnight and it wasn't available.
Yeah. Who do we got?
I keep forgetting the cast of this movie.
Oh, yeah. It's insane. It's Margot Robbie, Viola Davis, Joel Kinnaman, Jai Courtney, David Dastmalchian, Daniela Melchior. Steve Agee is King Shark, which is...
So they got rid of the other guy? Oh, no, that was Killer Croc.
Also, Idris Elba, John Cena, Storm Reed, Flula Borg, Nathan Fillion, Peter Capaldi, Pete Davidson, Alice Braga, Sean Gunn, Michael Rooker, Taika Waititi, Joaquin Cosio.
That's so many people.
Yeah, but I think what's going to go on is like there's going to be a team at the beginning, and then they're all going to get offed, and then the replacement team is going to come in. So like a lot of
That's
these people
probably
are going to
where,
be like
yeah.
extended cameos at most.
That's makes me sad because you know who's probably gonna be killed off? Pete Davidson, which makes
Yeah.
me sad. But
Um,
I also could see him for like comedic purposes sticking around.
yeah, I think John Cena is on the main team, so I'm very excited about that.
I feel like the bigger names are gonna be on the main team.
Yeah.
I also just realized through this conversation because I just started Altered Carbon and Joel Kinnaman's in that.
Yes.
And the entire time until this epiphany, I thought it was Peter Skarsgård. Right? That's his name, Peter. Or is it Phil?
There are a few Skarsgard.
Okay, so the one that played Tarzan, I thought this entire time it was Tarzan.
That is. Oh, which Skarsgard is that?
Something with the P.
Is there an Alexander Skarsgard?
Yes, it's Alexander. Wow.
Okay,
It's not
got
a
it.
P. Oh man.
Because I know Peter Sarsgaard is in the Batman,
Yes,
but
that's the
he
Peter I was
but
thinking
he
of.
is unrelated. That's Sarsgaard, not
This is the
Skarsgård.
second time on this podcast I have gotten the Skarsgård and Skarsgårds confused.
There are too many.
Too many. Um, but I thought about Suicide Squad, and then I thought about Rick Flag, and I was like, that's the same voice. That's the same dude. I've had it wrong the entire time.
um,
Oh, he's good in that, though.
I'm sure he is. Okay. Yeah, I'm obviously I'm hoping to get something Batman related out of this convention. I'm sure we will. Like whether it be a first look or a teaser or something.
Mhm.
Uh,
Now I want a Suicide Squad trailer really badly.
I'm sure we'll get something like a tease. Um, Wonder Woman 84 will probably be the big flagpole of that.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with that.
Well, did they give it a new theater release?
I thought August something. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah. Black Adam. I'm interested to see what they do with it. Apparently, there's going to be a lot of Justice Society members
August
involved.
12th. Sorry.
August 12th for Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Okay, that's doable.
I agree.
Really, they need like New York and LA open. So
Yeah. Yes, New York's got to get these phases going.
phase one. And they also mentioned Titans, Doom Patrol, and Stargirl.
Okay. Because Doom Patrol second season hasn't come yet. It's been like 2 years, a year.
A year probably.
Yeah.
Still need to watch that.
No, I think it's been 2 because Titans has had 2 seasons, and it's coming up on season 3.
But Doom Patrol came out after Titans season 1.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, I think this is a great idea, but also this does kind of run into another piece of news, which is that Comic-Con is now online.
I love that because now you can experience everything. For free, and 2, you're not missing out. Everyone's getting the same experience.
But what kind of stuff is going to be available? If DC is doing their own thing, and I assume Marvel's probably going to do their own thing, those are the 2 heavy hitters. What else do you have to show? There could be some TV stuff, but
yeah,
you're not going to get the same pull as like a regular Hall H crowd.
Right. You could get more.
Yeah, but I'm saying in terms of content, what are people going to be attracted to?
Right.
Like, you need a huge pull.
It's going to be a lot of Q&As.
Yeah.
Like not just with cast, but with like writers and artists.
Yeah, which that's cool.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But yeah, DC kind of stepping on their feet. But yeah, the details for that, it's all free, and it's taking place the normal scheduled Comic-Con dates, which are July 22nd to the 26th. Yeah,
We will have an
online.
episode on that.
Yes, we will. Online panels for movies, comics, games, etc. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious to see what they're gonna pull out, if anything.
Yeah.
Da,
Same here.
Marvel still has plans to use Star Fox in a future MCU project.
Star Fox, like the video game, like Fox, Falco.
I don't think that's what Marvel's talking about.
Oh, the character.
No, they're gonna play Smash Brothers.
I always forget he's a character.
Yeah,
That's Thanos' brother, right?
it is, yes. So I think in early drafts he was in the Eternals, which makes sense because he is an Eternal.
Mm.
But honestly, you could just stick him in anywhere.
I'd love for like everyone to meet like, I am Thanos' brother, and they all just like, do we kill him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it would be the same way like they treat Thor, because Loki. He killed
It
80
might be a little
people
different.
in 3 days. He's adopted. He wiped out half the universe. He's adopted.
Yeah, so I don't know that much about Star Fox, so I'm excited to see him eventually show up. Yeah, I don't really have that much else to say about him.
I think it would definitely be interesting. I think they should,
Yeah.
if they do it, they should do. It's so hard. I was gonna say they should do it in Guardians of the Galaxy, so Gamora would have an impact or whatever, and then I just realized that we don't know what's happening with her.
Yeah, maybe like a post-credit scene for the Eternals or something.
That'd be cool.
So, and final piece of news. Yesterday at the PlayStation 5 reveal conference, Insomniac and Sony revealed Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Ooh.
They didn't really give a lot of details, at least from what I've seen. But from my own instinct, it doesn't look like this is like the direct sequel to Spider-Man. It looks more like a in between story because the map looks mostly the same. And due to the fast track release date, it's coming out later this year.
Ooh.
So,
is it going to be on PS4 too?
I don't believe so. I think it's just PS5.
That's annoying.
Very annoying.
Because I was going to put off getting a PS5.
Yeah, and
now I might have to get one so I can play both Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Can I give my theory on it?
Yep.
I think this is going to be just Miles Morales starting out as Spider-Man, and then it's going to lead onto either like a cliffhanger, or it's just going to lead into the next game, and then in the next game, I think Peter's going to die at the very end of it.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to get at least 3 full games out of Peter.
That'd be nice.
And then maybe do like a full Miles series.
That'd be nice.
Like spend this time, have like Spider-Man PS4 was the introduction. 2 can be like building on the relationship, and then 3, Peter dies, Miles takes over.
Yeah.
So
I also kind of hope that the Avengers game is also connected to the Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too, but I don't know how likely that's looking.
See, the only reason I feel like it can happen is because Marvel makes Gamerverse comics, and they have Avengers ones and Spider-Man ones. Okay. So part of me feels like they could be connected because they're all in technically like the Gamerverse, but who knows at this point?
Yeah.
Because like that's the only reason Spider-Man is only on the PS4 is because it's owned by Sony.
Yeah.
If it wasn't owned by Sony, it would probably be on everything.
Yeah,
which Avengers, very excited for.
Yeah, I'm still tentatively excited for Avengers. I need to see a lot more of it.
Oh, same.
Because we've seen jack shit. I don't hate the character designs the way a lot of people do. I think a lot of them look fine.
I think because they said there's going to be a gear system, so I think they're going to
Yeah.
look different.
So you're going to be able to change it up, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like you could have gone a little bit more stylized and comic booky. Like a lot of people are saying this isn't like people were complaining that it's not the MCU, which like it was never going to be the MCU.
Right.
Like things universes, but like I don't think it's different enough. I think all the designs still have that weird like real world look to them.
Right.
And I'd rather they kind of take it in a more stylized direction.
All right.
Spider-Man struck that chord really well in the sense that like it's this very like it's a more grounded take on these very comic booky outfits.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that advanced suit from the Spider-Man PS4 is one of the best Spider-Man suits. So
I agree with that. I do definitely think they're gonna change because what was it? They released like pop figures for the games, and they look extremely different than the trailer.
yeah.
Like Thor's got a shaved head. Um, Cap is basically wearing like the Winter Soldier suit, but like different. Black Widow's wearing a weird, like golden gray suit. So yeah, definitely like take a look, and then you'll
Yeah,
like,
I mean the gear system, like it pretty much confirms that you'll be able to change how they look.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there's no need to complain when we've barely seen anything about the game.
I know people were like so up in arms about it, and
Yeah.
it's like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like maybe wait until the game comes out.
Yeah, my only complaint was that Black Widow looked like Lord Farquaad, but
And I'm also not here to jump on and like defend the game. Like I'm not gonna say anything outwardly positive until I play it.
right, yeah,
But I'm excited to play it.
yeah, same here.
So.
I just hope like people like I know also get it. Like, what do you have, Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
See, that's the issue. Everyone I know has PlayStation.
Anyway, so that's all I have for news. Are we ready to get into our topic?
Let me just stretch first. Yes.
Alrighty. So today we figured we would talk about. We've been doing a lot of stuff recently on your big tentpole characters like Batman and Batman again, and the Justice League and Superman and all that. So we figured we'd take an episode to appreciate some more minor characters. So, would you like to go first?
Sure. My first one is Moon Knight.
Okay. I didn't even think to put him down.
I don't know. I haven't read any of his stuff, but he's crazy. He's very similar to Batman. His name is Mark Spector. He is, if you go by just a human standpoint, it looks like he's like schizophrenic or personality disorder.
Yeah, the idea is like he has like multiple personalities, and you don't really know if like, because like the whole idea is like he's possessed by the moon god Khonshu.
Yeah.
And the whole like, especially with the more recent issues from like, was it Warren Ellis didn't run on Moon Knight?
I think so, yeah.
But he was, yeah, the whole idea is like you don't really know if he's actually under the influence of this moon god or he's just crazy.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah. And then he was in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, and he was just like a crackpot in it. Like, I was a little disappointed because I was like, but Moon Knight seems so badass, and then they kind of just made him a crazy person. And I realized I was like, that's kind of what he is.
Yeah, and like the whole thing is like he dresses in all white because he wants the criminals to see him coming.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he's kind of like a reverse Batman. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah,
he's got his little moons that he throws.
Yeah.
His crescent moons.
He loves to carry around a big stick.
Yes, he's also the only person to really ever beat Deadpool in a fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's one of like hand to hand, like no holds bars, like full on. Like he can't clearly can't kill Deadpool, but he like came the closest. Like it's like him and like two other people, I think.
We should be getting some kind of casting news for that soon.
I hope so. I really hope so. I just want to know who's playing him.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of directions you can take this. Um, I like a lot of the names that have been thrown up, like Daniel Radcliffe, Shia LaBeouf.
I used to not want Shia LaBeouf, um, but I could see him being a good
Yeah,
Moon Knight.
yeah, he's nuts, so he can pull it off. Um, all right, yeah, so yeah, he does have a Disney Plus series coming down the line, which is very exciting.
I feel also like him and Charlie Cox look similar. Sorry, Daniel Radcliffe and Charlie Cox.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it'd be funny to see them on screen together, and it's like they look like brothers, like stepbrothers or like cousins. Not stepbrothers.
Daniel Radcliffe is very short.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. That's why I think a lot of people wanted him as Wolverine because he fits the height.
Yeah,
But I was like, I'd rather other people. I don't see Harry
yeah,
Potter too intimidating.
yeah. So anyway, first one I have written down is my boy Plastic Man.
Oh boy.
I'm a, I really enjoy Plastic Man. Real name Patrick Eel O'Brien. He was like a he was the interesting thing about him. He was like a minor. He was like a low level thug, like a criminal before he was Plastic Man. And then like he never like at least from the like my first introduction to him was in Batman the Brave and the Bold. Just
Oh, same here.
underrated show,
Very underrated.
underappreciated.
Hmm.
Um, and like he's still kind of like a dickhead in that. So he's a lot of fun. I think he could work well with like his own if he made like a low budget like comedy movie or miniseries with him. I think it could be really great. Um,
I agree. I think that'd be cool.
yeah, basically he like his thing is he's entirely rubber. Like he can turn himself into any shape. He often turns himself just into a ball, which is fun. But yeah, yeah, definitely like a lot of untapped potential for a some kind of adaptation there because it's something that's been in the works multiple times, but we just never really got anything from it.
Right. And they kind of like they did Elongated Man on The Flash.
Yes.
Um, so like it's like and people like him, so there's definitely a following.
Yeah. It's weird that he's someone because he seems like the kind of character that would be introduced on like a CW show.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's interesting that Plastic Man, it's been talked for like him to get his own stuff
Yeah.
over Elongated Man, who's just like a side character who
Do
also
like
got fired.
yeah. Do like Taika Waititi's Plastic Man or something.
To Taika Waititi as Plastic Man.
Sure.
I really like that.
That'd be cool. All right, who do you got?
My man Wiccan from Young Avengers. He's
Okay,
my favorite Young Avenger.
I am unfamiliar.
So he is he looks like he's Thor, like a little tiny Thor, by the way he dresses, but he has like hex power like Scarlet Witch. Um, so because he and the only reason like mini Thor is because he had like a stick and he had wings on his helmet, his
Mhm.
like headband. But um, it turns out he's the one of the two lost sons of the Scarlet Witch. Because for those that don't know, Scarlet Witch had two babies in reality that didn't exist, and the Mephisto stole them. It was a weird thing, but Mephisto stole her two kids and everyone thought like they didn't exist or that they were dead, and then you find out eventually that these two kids, Wiccan and then his brother Speed, are both her sons. But he's got these cool hex powers where he says he says a saying, like if he's like I want money, he just says like I want money, I want money, I want money, like repeatedly until it works. So very interesting, very cool. I love his whole design because they've redesigned him like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I like him a lot because they also like uh he like led one of the books that they had. Like they had something called the Children's Crusade where they left to find the Scarlet Witch, so they could like determine whether or not that they were her kids. So and he was like the lead of that book, and it was really good, and I enjoyed it a lot.
That seems like the kind of thing we could maybe see pop up in WandaVision.
That's what I'm hoping for because they had the crib in WandaVision. So if she like has them and they like age them up from like the magic or whatever. Oh, that's what it was. Her babies were created with hex magic because she was married to Vision, who was a synthezoid. So he can't have kids. So she made them. And then apparently it was Mephisto and he took them away.
Poor impotent Vision.
Yeah. Especially since they've been hinting at Young Avengers. Like it would be really cool to see them on screen.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a matter of when we see them. Because they love to introduce a team.
They do. That they do.
And on top of that, I'd love to see Mephisto.
That'd also be interesting. I feel like they might make a hybrid, like the same way Hello was like a hybrid of like Angela and Hello.
Okay.
Like I could see Nightmare being Mephisto and Nightmare.
Okay. Yeah. Does that become too complicated though for Doctor Strange if you have Mephisto?
It could, but I could also see them doing it.
Because you also have Dormammu waiting in the wings.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it would definitely be weird, definitely be interesting. Especially if you have plans to do Ghost Rider, like you want Mephisto kind of separate.
Yeah.
So I could see them merging them because they're kind of similar in certain senses. But I could also see them not doing it.
Yeah. I'm excited for that Doctor Strange movie.
Me too. I'm excited for all the stuff that's coming out, to be honest.
Same. So, next up, I have one of my personal favorites, Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, baby.
The horse-faced alien man.
Good old Bill.
He is one of the few people who is able to wield Mjolnir. Anyway, yeah, he's able to hold Mjolnir. His planet was destroyed by Surtur. This is I'm going off of the Earth's Mightiest Heroes origin for him. Yeah. So yeah, his planet was destroyed by Surtur, and he underwent like genetic modifications to become this like ultimate warrior and save his people. And he has a big horse face, which is just wonderful. And in the comics, he was the one who wields Stormbreaker. So I think, given the way everything was set up from Ragnarok, I think there's a very big possibility he shows up in Thor: Love and Thunder.
I agree. Now, do you think that he's going to take Stormbreaker from Thor? Because if Thor doesn't need the hammers, then I could see him being like, you take it.
Yeah, I think he should. Because, again, yeah, I don't think Thor needs the hammer.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that would go back to, and especially since Taika's directing again, like it went, like him getting Stormbreaker kind of went against like the whole he doesn't need a hammer type of thing.
Yeah.
That was like instituted. If it was Thanos, if it was anyone else but Thanos, I would have been like, really? Like, come on. But I can see him needing that against Thanos.
Yeah.
So I would kind of like to see Beta Ray Bill get it and keep it over Thor keeping it.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, it already seems like there's a lot going on in this movie because you have Jane Foster and that whole business. So
Oh, is
I don't
she
know.
gonna get a hand? Like, oh, there's so much. Like, she could get Stormbreaker. We don't even know.
Yeah, I think personally I'd rather Bill than
Oh,
Jane,
100%.
but
Um, was it maybe they'll find a way to bring? Because what was it? They just had Jane Foster Thor in like the bad Avengers cartoon, the newer one, and she got her own hammer. That like, and it was like a hammer I've never seen. So I hope she gets like her own.
yeah, so they could just end up doing that.
Yeah,
Everyone gets a hammer. Bill gets
you get a
Stormbreaker.
hammer. You get a hammer.
Um, yeah, I remember seeing like the faintest rumor that Ryan Gosling might be playing Beta Ray Bill,
Yeah,
which I'm so on board with.
I think that'd be so interesting.
Anything with the golden goose is good by me. So
What was it? I just had a thought and it flew out of my head. Oh, did you ever watch the Superhero Squad show growing up?
no.
So in that, it was more of like for kids type of
Yeah.
thing. And in it, Beta Ray Bill is the janitor of the ship, and he just happens to be able to wield Mjolnir, so he becomes Beta Ray Bill.
That's good.
It's so funny.
But yeah, like it's set up so well from the end of Ragnarok because like Surtur is free.
Oh
Like
shoot,
he's just out kicking. So if he pulls up to the planet Corbin,
Corbin.
could be seeing some horse-faced alien man.
Yeah. Well, he was also in the tower in Sakaar
Yeah, that's
with
right.
all the past champions.
And he already had the horse face.
Yes,
So
because I think his entire species looks like that.
I don't think so. I think someone just had flat faces.
Yes, you're right. You're
But
right.
he underwent modifications to become the horse-faced alien man.
Now he whinnies.
So, all right, who do you got?
I have drum roll. Red Hood.
Red Hood?
I love Red Hood.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I think of him as a minor character anymore.
Okay, I can think of someone else.
No. Let's talk about Red Hood because I like talking about Red Hood.
So Red Hood is the Jason Todd, otherwise known as the victim of the crowbar.
He's second Robin.
The second Robin, he got beaten to death by the Joker per the votes of fans because they hated Jason Todd. So they
Yes.
said, do you want him to live or do you want him to die? And the entire comic book community voted for him to die.
Did we talk about this last week? We might have.
But at a certain week. Might have been last week. But
Anyway.
yeah. So he is now. Oh, we talked about it the animated week.
I think we might have talked about it last week though, because we talked about Death in the Family.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Jason Todd, Red Hood. I think he's cool. He has a really nice look in Injustice. He's got good comic stories. I love the helmet, and he's just a cool character.
Yeah, I think like the whole Jason Todd Red Hood story is the perfect foundation for a Batman movie we'll never see.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it like for the story to have that successful payoff, you need a good while to build up, at least properly build up Jason and the other Robins.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if movies studios have the patience for that. And given the direction Matt Reeves is taking, where it's very much a year one Batman, if we're going to see a Robin, it's going to be Dick.
Yeah, and that's why like I think they should do what was like rumored with SpiderMan. They should do like 9 movies, and you have like a Robin for each 3.
Yeah, but then at that point, does it become too predictable?
True, very true.
Because you have to wonder, like, okay, what's going to happen to this one? Because like Dick has to leave, Jason has to die. What has to happen to the third one?
Yeah, and then if you want to get Damien in there, I
Yeah,
mean, you could also always age up. Like you could do a sequel set like 3 years later or something, and then. But
you could combine Robins if you want to,
yeah,
because
it's
I
not.
know
It's not.
in the animated series they like combined like the Robin was the second Robin was Tim Drake, but he had elements of Tim and Jason.
Right.
So
Yeah. As long as it's not Dick and Jason, because they killed Dick again, like they did in Snyder's verse.
ugh, gross.
Um, People will not be happy,
Yeah, I know.
and neither will Batman.
I'd love to see Dick Grayson like adapted properly in a movie. Because
Me
from
too.
what I understand about Titans, he's not that good.
He is good. He's just not Dick Grayson. He's like a Dick Grayson who's just been like mentally like beaten.
I don't know. For like from all the stuff I understand about Titans, it's just a fundamental misunderstanding of a lot of these characters.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're their own thing instead of being like an adaptation. It's like an Elseworld almost.
But like, stop doing that
Yeah,
because that didn't work with your shit Snyder movies. It's not gonna work now.
yeah. I do like
You,
his Nightwing suit though.
I don't like it that much. I think
I
it looks like one of the Joel Schumacher suits.
That's the one with like Val Kilmer
Yeah,
or George
yeah,
Clooney. Yeah, I agree with you there.
yeah.
The Robin suit, fire.
I like the Robin suit. The Robin suit looks pretty cool.
I think. Oh, the Hawk and Dove suits,
Those are very cool,
also very good.
and I really like the Deathstroke design.
Me too. Ravager was okay.
I like the Deathstroke design better than the Joe Manganiello one.
I think I like them both equally.
Because the Joe last name one, um, it's just the Arkham suit,
They did a great job adapting that though.
and like I've seen that, like I like that suit, but I've seen it so many times. It's the suit everyone uses for Deathstroke now,
That's true.
and like I like that the Titans one is like an adaptation of the New 52 suit because it's
Yeah,
got like that scale mail look. So
right. All right, it is your turn, sir.
it is. I have the question.
Okay, it took me a second. I was
Yeah.
like, it's not Rorschach. They look very similar.
Well, interestingly enough, I forget what era this might have been, 70s or 80s. DC purchased Charlton Comics, which was like the origin of characters like Captain Atom, the original Blue Beetle, Ted Cord, the Question, and originally Alan Moore wanted to use these characters to create Watchmen. So instead of Rorschach, it would have been the Question. Instead of Dr. Manhattan, it would have been Captain Atom. But DC was like we don't want you to take these characters and ruin them, so just make all new ones. So he just based a lot of them off of the Charlton characters, and in the end, those characters from Watchmen ended up becoming more iconic.
Interesting. I found that
So
very interesting.
yeah, um, yeah. But the Question, his name is Vic. Well, depending on the version, the original is Vic Sage.
And
He's
then
like a
it's Renee Montoya, right?
yes, it is. Vic Sage, he's like the super paranoid private investigator. His face is completely covered, like it's just flat skin, which I always thought was a really cool look. He's really good in Justice League Unlimited
Very.
because everyone's like, "What's wrong with this guy?"
Yeah. Except for Huntress. Huntress is in love with him.
Yes, which brings me to a possible, if they were to do a Birds of Prey sequel,
Ooh.
could be a very good introduction because you can do that relationship with Huntress, and also, if you want, Renee Montoya could take up the mantle of the Question. So,
That would be cool.
yeah, I just think he's like, I don't know, he's like Batman, but crazy and also worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Except he
Yeah.
just doesn't have like the gear.
Yeah, and he works well when he's like bouncing off other characters who notice how insane he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like a crazy conspiracy theorist,
yeah.
and
It's
he's
always like, don't you see?
it's like one of the quotes from Justice League Unlimited was like, "The plastic tips on the end of your shoes are called aglets, but their true purpose is most sinister." So
So bizarre, but he's so
it's
fun.
really great. All right, who you got?
What was it? I had one. Oh, Blue Beetle, not Ted Cord though.
Jaime
Jaime
Reyes.
Reyes. Oh, it's so cool.
Very very cool character. He's almost like Green Lantern in
Similar.
in regards to like his abilities.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I never really thought about that, but
Yeah,
yeah, I might. They're in my top like 10 list of like heroes. Like they're both in like my top five, and now it kind of makes sense.
yeah,
Um. So yeah, Blue Beetle. He was working with Ted Cord. Ted Cord found an alien. It depends on where, like, what iteration you're looking at, because the Scarab's either an alien thing, or Ted Cord invented it, or it's a magic thing. It it depends. Like I'm going based off like Young Justice, like
right.
that version.
Was he in Brave and the Bold too?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
That
that's right.
that's the
That's
one
right.
where Ted Cord invented it.
Okay.
Um, I think. But yeah, I like the DC AMU and then the Young Justice versions are both. It's an alien scarab, and it attaches itself to his back. You can't take it off without killing him, unless you do something specific.
Ask it
Um,
nicely.
yes, um, but he can fly. He shoots lasers. Very, as Andrew said, like very similar to Green Lantern in like conceptually, where he can kind of create anything thanks to this
Yeah,
scarab.
it's based on like how creative you can get with it.
Yeah, like I've seen a battering ram. I've seen like plasma blasters, like sword hands, cleavers. Like, yeah, and he's just really cool. I like him a lot. I love the design as well.
Yeah, it's a cool costume. I know a while back there were rumors of them doing a Blue Beetle Booster Gold movie,
That would be cool.
which I would like to see that, but you have to wonder if they would go Ted Cord, who's traditionally like friends with Booster Gold, or would they just swap him out for Jaime Reyes?
I think they'd go Ted Cord, or it would be something where like Booster mentors Jaime a little bit.
It could be like a Hank Pym Scott Lang situation
Yeah,
where Ted Cord is like a pre-established character and he kind of trains with Jaime.
yeah.
So
What was it? Because even too in Injustice in the comics, Booster, I think he ends up dying, but he ends up not only like he promises Ted Cord, he's like, protect, I'm gonna like look out for him, protect him, mentor him, like whatever. Like I've got the kids back, and I think he ends up saving his life. Yeah, he does. He saves his life and trades for it. So Booster dies. But yeah.
okay.
So like I could see it being like that type of a relationship. Like say Ted Cord dies in something, like I could see Booster doing that, like them doing that
Yeah.
with Booster and Jaime.
And given that Titans is likes to introduce new characters before developing the ones they have, we could very well see Blue Beetle turn up at some point.
Did you finish Titan season 2?
No, but I've been watching some stuff about it.
Okay.
And
Do you know what happens at the end?
vaguely.
Okay, tell me what you know.
Um, well, spoilers for Titan season 2 from here on out.
Yeah.
Deathstroke dies.
Yes.
Um, his son goes into his daughter.
Forgot about that.
Um, Cadmus.
Yeah, Cadmus.
Superboy bullshit. They introduced Cadmus and Deathstroke in one season.
And mentioned Lex Luthor.
What the hell? Pick one thing. You can get at least 2 seasons out of Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do the Judas contract for the 400th time, maybe take your time with it. Maybe make it a believable story instead of introducing a character in the first episode and revealing them as a mole towards the end. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
And
not the best season. Season 1 was definitely, I think, better.
And like Cadmus, that should be nowhere near the show yet.
I think that should have been season 3. Like, they wanted to set it up, but they like did too much.
It's like I don't know. And don't they doesn't like the team break up like 3 times?
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense.
There's one big thing that happens that you didn't mention, and I want to tell you, but I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, what happens? I don't care what the spoiler is.
Wonder Girl dies.
Oh, yeah.
In the dumbest way.
Yeah, she gets electrocuted, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like Superboy was right there and would have been fine, and he could have done it. Like, they wanted her to go out, like, they wanted to kill her. But I was just like, just the way you like, it goes like the same with like Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Like,
you just wanted someone to kill.
Yeah, and you just went about it the wrong way.
And it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
And
that is all I have to say.
So from what I understand, this is the second iteration of the Titans in this universe. Like, there was the original team, which had Aqualad and Donna Troy.
Yes, also Aqualad's death was stupid.
Yeah, Deathstroke like kills him on accident or something.
Yeah, like he was going to shoot like Wonder Girl's mentor, which they never really explain. Or Wonder Girl, one of the two, and then he steps in front of the bullet. Now my issue is that the Atlanteans have bulletproof skin.
They're so bulletproof.
As established in Aquaman. So how this bullet was able to pierce Aqualad is beyond me.
Yeah, I have a big problem with the whole tone of that show. And it's just so, like, needlessly edgy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, it doesn't have to be, like, Doom Patrol levels of wacky.
Yeah. I did like the Jason Todd arc.
Doesn't he, like, try to kill himself or something?
Yeah, I think it was...
And, like, everyone bullies the shit out of him?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't be... I'm surprised they haven't already killed Jason.
They almost did.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Because why stop at introducing 2 stories? Go ahead and do Red Hood.
Yeah. Take another one from Zack Snyder. Do too much in one. But it is what it is.
I can't believe they tried to do the Cadmus storyline and the Judas contract in one season.
Yeah, I know.
And didn't they wrap up the entire last season in the first episode?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
They should have just done that. Like, they should have just made the last... Well, I think it was that they said something like they didn't know if they were coming back, so they wanted to leave it, like, open. Like, whether it could, like... You could just assume the worst happens or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. It was stupid.
Yeah, that's just lazy and stupid.
Yeah.
I do like that, like as soon as Deathstroke sees that the Titans are back, he's like right away goes into his bunker and gets his shit ready.
Yeah.
Like, does not waste.
Ready to murder.
Yeah. And from what I've seen, he's a good Deathstroke.
Yeah, he's a great Deathstroke.
Really love the voice.
I would say...
he's got a good look.
Yeah. I would say definitely one of the best. I like him a little bit better than the guy from Arrow, just because I wasn't a huge fan of the accent.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I thought, like, he worked as a character.
But, yeah. I think he had more of a presence on Arrow, because they built him up for, like, a full season before that, too. But he was good for, like, what they did with him.
Yeah.
Very underrated and a little bit waste, but...
Yeah, and obviously they could be like, oh, he's not really dead.
Yeah. Because I was kind of surprised at how he died, and I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be this huge fight of him taking everybody out, and then they finally defeat him. But they focus more on, like, where they're controlling Superboy and Gar.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Anyway.
Is it my turn or your turn? I talked about the question.
Yes. So that would be my turn.
Okay.
Oh, no. I talked about Blue Beetle.
That's right. Okay.
I was like, I know it was someone from Young Justice. I was like, Blue
Right.
Beetle. So, yeah.
I'll go with Captain Britain.
Very cool character.
I didn't know a lot about Captain Britain, but I did some reading last night. There's a lot going on there. So he was like, he's just this guy who's like working at a power plant in England or whatever. And like there's about to be a reactor meltdown. And he gets on his motorcycle to get away, but he has an accident. And then he's visited by Merlin. And he's transformed into Captain Britain, the protector of the Earth 616 version of Britain. He protects against like mystical threats, which I did not know. He's like a mix between Captain America and Doctor Strange, which is
so interesting.
crazy. He was a member of Excalibur, which is like an England-based X-Men team.
Okay, that's why I thought he was a mutant.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Yeah.
And also, he is the brother of Psylocke. So.
I thought he was the brother of someone else. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying that you were wrong. But...
Yeah. So, based on that, he could show up in Doctor Strange movie, some like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, whatever, because there's a lot going on here.
So, I totally thought he was a mutant. And that he was just given so I like that so much more. That's so interesting.
Like, there are rumors of him popping up in the MCU like every few years.
Yeah.
I think he's mentioned in Endgame, in the like when Steve goes to Peggy's office. I think they're talking about like an Agent Braddock who went missing or something. But
could literally be the same story as Captain America, where he goes under ice. If that's the case.
God, I hope not.
Can you imagine?
I've talked about this before. I'm so sick of the man out of time thing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they could even play it off that he's like the grandkid of Captain America. If they really wanted to. I don't know. Like Peggy and him. Like they confirmed that Peggy and Steve have kids. So
I'm going to say they're not going to do that only because it'd be so confusing and annoying to explain.
Oh, I agree. It's already the timeline with that is so insane.
Yeah.
That's why when they did time travel, I was like, no. And then they did it pretty well. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Forgiven.
So, yeah, I definitely like to see Captain Britain turn up.
That'd be cool.
Like maybe you can set up is there a Sanctum in London?
No, that one got destroyed. The only one left is New York.
If you rebuild it, you can just make him protector there.
True.
Just throw him in.
Then you put Wong back in the China one. Hong Kong.
Yeah, sure.
They're all going to get blown up again when Mordo comes back.
Yeah, see, like I'm so confused as to how they're going to... Because they've got a lot of stuff going on with Doctor Strange. They have Mordo, they have Dormammu, and they have probably Nightmare.
Dormammu's confirmed for the second one?
Well, he's got to turn up eventually.
That's true.
So.
Maybe he's the next big bad.
He could very well be. Like, I wouldn't put it past them.
Or it could be a team up.
I think that's also likely. I like the idea of a team up more than just another big guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Like do the Masters of Evil.
I was literally just thinking that. I was going to say they could do the Masters of Evil, but it's not like B tiers.
Yeah.
They'd be like the A tier villains.
Yeah, you can, like, instead of Baron Zemo running it, you can have Doom. Because I know in Ultimate Alliance, Doom is the one that forms the Masters of Evil.
That'd be so cool.
So,
Him, like, oh, that'd be so cool.
and like you could have, they have potential to build up so many teams. Like, they're obviously doing the Thunderbolts, very obviously. Probably the Dark Avengers, hopefully led by Sam Rockwell.
Yes.
Probably the Masters of Evil. So that's 3 big bad villain teams right there. Well, Thunderbolts are in betweeners, but
Yeah.
this is also Thunderbolts is your opportunity to introduce a lot of your Fox characters.
Yeah.
Deadpool especially.
Deadpool.
But,
did you hear what happened with that? Bob Iger, I think, or someone threw Marvel under the bus because they like let it spill that Marvel hasn't even thought about doing anything with Deadpool for Deadpool 3.
no, that was Rob Liefeld.
That's what I meant. Yeah, not Bob Iger.
But he's not involved in those conversations at all.
Oh.
Like, maybe he was for the Fox movies, but that was just out of courtesy. He's not a good writer.
Okay.
He's like, he created Deadpool, but like he's not responsible for any of the interesting stuff done with Deadpool.
Interesting.
He literally, like, he's the most uncreative writer in comics. And like he's just bitter that Marvel isn't talking to him about it. Like, obviously they have plans for Deadpool. They've said they had plans for Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better because I was very sad about it.
Yeah, no. Obviously they're planning something. It's guaranteed money.
Okay. I feel a lot better now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for helping me.
Knowing Rob Liefeld isn't involved makes me feel even better about it.
Right. Okay.
Oh. He's like the Zack Snyder of comics, but even less personality.
Well, at least we got Deadpool out of him.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to do one more, we can wrap this up.
You said you had 6, right?
Yeah, but we can cut it off and come back to this another time.
Okay. What else did I have? I think I said 4, right? Like already? Oh.
Yeah.
Aqualad. But the one from Injustice, Cal Duran.
Okay, yeah.
So
that's the one I'm more familiar with.
Yeah, he's really cool. Like all of my other ones. He has these 2 little sticks that control water, so he's kind of like a hybrid of like Aquaman and Mera. Where he has, I don't think he has like the fish telepathy though. I think isn't that like a royal family thing?
Probably.
So he's Aquaman except for the fish telepathy, and then he's got, actually I don't think he's bulletproof either. But then he's got these things that like they take control of water, and they can become like blades, whips. And then he also has these cool little lightning powers, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. No, I'm wrong. It's just his tattoos light up, like the Avatar.
Love it.
But he leads the Young Justice team, and then he eventually becomes the regular Aquaman because Aquaman retires and ends up running the Justice League.
It's cool.
Yeah. I like he wears a red shirt as a teen, and then when he is an adult, he has the orange.
Classic Aqualad. His red shirt.
Yeah. But then he goes to the orange Aquaman suit with some Atlantean armor on it, and it grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but
he's the son of Black Manta, right?
Yes, I was like, his dad's important, and I just couldn't remember.
Yeah.
His dad he's the son of Black Manta, and he worked for him a little bit for like a sting operation, and then he came back, and like it was revealed that he was faking the entire time.
So that could very well be someone we see introduced in an Aquaman sequel.
That'd be so nice.
We have Black Manta, so
that'd be really cool. I really would want that. Yeah. The only issue is that Black Manta's Atlantean. So they'd have to like kind of go because Kyle Durham's Atlantean.
Well, do you think they could make
Oh, he could be
Calder? He
half
could be
breed.
half Atlantean, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like Arthur.
Oh baby, and that would make him want to take him under his wing. Oh yay! I'm excited.
Yeah, I need to rewatch Aquaman because I remember there's a lot of shit going on in that movie.
Yeah, I would, but I don't think I have it on DVD, and I don't feel like paying for it. If I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna buy the DVD.
Yeah, fair.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I agree. Physical media for life.
Yeah.
We'll take a paper comic over a digital comic any day.
See, I'm the opposite because
Really?
when I turn the page of a comic, I end up looking at the right side first. And there have been many times that things have been spoiled for me because I've done that. And because I'm too compelled to look away. No, I'm too compelled to not look away. And then I end up I think there was a death that was spoiled for me. I was reading Blackest Night, and I think one of the White Lantern things was spoiled for me. And I was just like, I can't. And then digital, though, you have the guided view where it goes frame by frame.
See, I don't like that. I
love it.
I don't know. I prefer to work at my own pace.
That's fair. No,
and also I think digital ruins stuff like splash pages.
It's a splash page.
It's where it's both pages together.
Oh, not really. They just do it all together. They just kind of zoom out. But
hey guys,
it's so hard because I do like reading the actual comics, but again, the whole thing was it getting spoiled. I spoiled it for myself. It's my fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, it also sometimes some of the panels aren't in a clear order. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. So I'm it just keeps it in order.
Yeah.
But then there are times where dialogue gets cut out because it's in a past panel, and then you have to go to the regular view, zoom in, read that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. See, for me, it's like watching a film shot on film versus shot on digital.
Right.
It's you're getting a similar product, but one of them just feels better.
Right.
So I don't know. For me, that's physical comics versus digital.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's not digital's not for everybody. But
I do like the convenience of digital.
Me
being
too.
able to have thousands of comics just on an iPad or whatever. I think that's really cool.
I also love that they go on sale all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Does Marvel and DC run their stuff through Comixology still?
They do, but I don't use Comixology because I don't really get DC comics. I just get Marvel ones. And I just do it through their Marvel Comics app.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to do Comixology because they have Halo. That's it. Yeah. They also have Halo.
Yeah, I used to use Comixology a good bit.
It's a good app.
It is. Oh, alrighty. Well, I think we're running out of steam. Anyway, Jonathan, where can they find us?
They can find us on Instagram at Occasional Bugle.
Yes, they can.
And they can now find us on YouTube.
Yes,
they can. Occasional Bugle as well.
Yes, it is the same name.
Same name. The first 7 videos are just pictures because we didn't record on camera then.
Yes.
But 8 through 11 so far are all going to be our faces.
Yes, indeed.
So if you're listening on SoundCloud and you want to see what we look like, go check it out.
Hop on over.
Then, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Big Goat on Campus.
Love it.
And until next time.
Peace out.